What is going on, everybody? King Recon here today, man. And yo, what an episode, man. I'm telling you that I rewatched. Oh my god, dude. Don't make light of Earth's policeman. Alright. I rewatched that entire sequence so many times throughout the day today, man. And the thing is, I had finals today and everything. So I was sitting here trying to concentrate, but then I was remembering the hype, and I was like, so I was struggling with myself, but here I am, after the day is done. I've been wanting to do this comparison video all day, man, I promise. And earlier today, I had massive internet issues, so I wasn't even able to go back to the chapters or anything, so I had to do everything I had to do in school, upload the video, get the research, all of that, because I didn't have internet this morning. But now I came home to some blessed internet, ladies and gentlemen, so we are here for a manga comparison video for episode 301, which covers chapters 504, 505, and 506. But before I get into that, let's go with a blast to the past. Let me start off first with my boy, Mac.
Kami! It's Sogo! I'm hyped, I'm hyped, I'm hyped, I'm hyped, I'm hyped, I'm hyped. I'm hyped, I'm sweating a little bit, I'm shaking a little bit, I got chills, but I'm hyped. Oh, sorry, I thought with my umbrella open I could make that jump, but I guess not. Oh my gosh. Kamui has no chill. El Kamui, yo. Sogo ain't backing down to you, Kamui. Don't make light of Earth's policeman. The Shensugumi, yo. The strongest Shensugumi, Sogo. Kamui, oh my gosh. Yo. I can't handle this. I can't handle this. Wow. They're going at it, yo. They're going at it. Oh my gosh. Yo. Oh my gosh. He impaled him and Kamui impaled. Oh my gosh. Look at their faces, yo. These are savages. These are savages. I swear they are.
And then just in case if you wanted to know what my initial original reaction to the Kamui Sogo Awesome Sauce was, it's right here. Sogo is just nasty. He cut it in half. So the next one right here. That's my boy. No, Kamui. Madara has no feats compared to Kamui. Get out of here. Aim real good this time. If you miss, I'm opening a whole space villain dude. Don't make the light up pillars, policeman. Yo, they're clashing. It's go time. It's go time. It's go time. Screw that. We're getting right into it. Wrecked. He cut him right through. He cut him right through. He's going in. He's going in. Kamui, we see Sogo on the floor. Someone's arm is gone. My computer's going crazy. It's going as crazy as me. It's hype. Press the damn button. And then now my computer freezes, man. I hate. Look, man, my computer's so hype it couldn't handle it any longer. That's how you know something is hype. That is how you something is hype. You see. All right, am I back? Okay, I'm back. All right, let me see. Look at this, man. This dude's hand. Sogo's going for the floor for the sword. Kamui's right there. Look at his face. Oh, Sogo hit him with the thing. It's over. That was from a corpse. Yo, Sogo's just nasty. Look at his red face. I can't stop reading. Alright, guys, so before we get into anything else, I just want to note that, listen, man, this junk, it's crazy. It's crazy because it gave me goosebumps. It gave me goosebumps, this scene. This scene, I was going to give it to the manga for mainly because of Zenzo's face and because of the way he stood in the manga. But the thing is, man, is after watching that scene, listen, man, when the body was twitching, I was feeling it, dog. I was getting shivers, yo. The body was twitching. The body was still, I was like, what the hell's going on? And the way that the blood was coming out, I was like, oh my god. And then, of course, the speech, also the Zenzo looks back and gives, that was really, really well done in the anime as well, just with the lighting and the atmosphere and his tone of voice, it was so good, man. So I'm definitely gonna have to give that scene to the anime, man. Because once again, it was, the body was twitching, bro. It was twitching. Now, the next scene I want to talk about is a scene that I actually preferred in the manga. And it's a very, very short scene. It's basically whenever Kondo and Hijikata were going in. And the main reason why I preferred this scene and earlier on in the episode is because in the manga, the way that Sorachi focused on their facial expressions, because that panel was beast, because they had Kondo right here and Hijikata right here, and they would look extremely serious. Next panel, Kondo looks back like a savage, and he stabs like just the way that panel was drawn was beautiful. It was amazing, and you can tell these guys were pissed and they're ready to fight. And I didn't get that same type of feeling from the anime. Maybe I wasn't supposed to get that type of feeling, but I did with the manga, and so I preferred that scene. Not the entire scene that was around there, but that particular scene with the Shinsengumi when they were going in, I preferred that in the manga. I really did. It was just, oh man, like it was beast. Now, don't get me wrong, them going in, was still awesome and awesome sauce. BNP really went in on overall this entire episode, but that particular portion I did prefer in the manga. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The comedy, Zenzo and Sachan's flashback, to me, I definitely preferred in the anime, man. I really, the comedy is always better, and that Zenzo and Sachan flashback was great. I loved it, and it just felt right. It felt great, and they really, really did a good job on that. So props to BNP for that one. Now, when it comes to the end of chapter 504, guys, and what I'm referring to is whenever we see Sogo walking out, man. When we see my boy walking out, this scene, I was going to give it to the manga because of the amount. When I initially watched it, I thought this scene was done better in the manga because I remembered like the amount of like, whoa, look, it's Sogo. But as I kept rewatching it and rewatching it and rewatching it and rewatching it, I gained so much appreciation for the anime version. It's not even fun. I actually prefer it more, the anime version. And this is the reason why. When Sogo walks out and you see that darkness behind him, but you still see bodies, like when he's walking, you see those bodies around him. And he walks out, you hear his voice, you hear that amazing soundtrack, and you see Soyo behind him. Then you see the arm fly. And when that hand hits the floor, and because in the manga, whenever he steps on it, Sorachi made sure to show you that he stepped on it. But I kind of like the way the anime did it because you just heard the sound. Like, whoa, Sogo, serious. I don't know. I gained a lot more appreciation for the anime version of that after rewatching it a couple times. Because just the way Sogo came out of the darkness, man. And he was, it was beast. It was nasty, guys. So I loved it. The soundtrack that was playing there, too, was greatness as well. So, chapter 504, ladies and gentlemen, Shogun's Duty and Shinobi's Duty. For me, there was some portions that I preferred more in the manga. However, the anime, overall, did a phenomenal job adapting it. And overall was a better adaptation of that chapter, at least in my personal opinion. So, getting into chapter 505, which has an amazing title, ladies and gentlemen, Villains and Policemen. Alright, now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When I went into this, I really didn't think that there was going to be any way in hell that they were going to surpass the manga. Because the way that Sorachi choreographed, the way those panels worked with each other, the way that the art was, it was something that Sorachi, I had never seen him do before. So it just completely blew my expectations away in the manga. And it was insane, it was gory, and it was crazy. And I'm mainly referring to Kamui vs. Sogo. But good God almighty, bro. Goat Rise, BNP, they blew my expectations so far that I like this entire chapter more now than I ever did before. And I love this fight. I love this chapter. It's my second favorite fight in the series. And man, the anime blew it. I'm talking about, they did such an amazing job. Like I said before, I couldn't stop watching the scene. And from what I heard from a couple of you guys, a lot of you didn't even finish the episode for a long time because you're just going to be rewatching that scene. I don't blame you. These guys really did one hell of a job. And the thing is it was just, I really didn't think they were going to do this well, but they blew my expectations away. They really blew my mind. Now there is some scenes like Kamui's savage face and a Sogo savage face that in the manga it showed more savagery, but in the anime it kind of fit and it was more fluid. But the savage faces were kind of missed, but they still had savage faces anyway. Like there was other savage faces that were insane, and overall just the way the entire fight flowed, how fluid it was, the music that hit when the flash step came out, yo, it was just so beast. I was into it. I know what's gonna happen. I couldn't stop rewatching it. It was just 505, man. Yo, and the Takatsugi scene, that scene, without a doubt better than the manga. Without a doubt. The atmosphere, the soundtrack, the lighting, everything in the Takatsugi scene was perfect. Shogun's limbs. That was beast. But yes, overall, 505, Villains and Policemen. I did not... What I'm saying right now, I can't believe I'm saying. But it dominated the manga for me. It dominated. I was so blown away by the anime adaptation of Kamui vs. Sogo. Maybe it's because I went in there just believing wholeheartedly that it was not going to beat the manga. But good lord, BNP, they proved me wrong. And it was insane. It was beautiful, it was godlike, it was amazing, and I've rewatched that scene all day. Constantly. It was, Kamui vs. Sogo. I like it even more than I did before. I like it as hard as that is for me to believe. I like that fight now even more than I did before. Don't make light of her as policeman. And also shout out to Manu, because this episode confirmed that Kamui / Srirachi watches Saiyan Z3's videos, and that's facts. So yeah, guys, without a doubt in my mind, chapter 505, Villains and Policemen. I'm one hell of a villain. Oh my god, it was Kamui vs. Sogo. It's a dream matchup. And I think the thing that makes that fight so good to me is because usually Srirachi, the way he takes his fights, he takes like that emotional type of ideological type of battle. It's usually a battle for something, for someone, and it has a deeper meaning, of course, under it. But this time around, he just messed around with a battle between two savages. That's all. That's what it was. A battle between savages. It was a brawl, and it was a scare. It was like and I loved it, and that's why I love it, because it was short, but that's what it was. It was just a battle between savages, man. They got stopped because nothing would have destroyed that place they were in. And that's facts. And that's just the way it is. So 505 for me was done better than the anime. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It really caught me off guard. So chapter 506, Shinobi Country. There are two things I want to say about this chapter that I preferred about in the manga, and the rest of it I preferred in the anime. Number one was, it's not really a thing. It's just, I felt like it had more impact. It was, well, mainly because it was censored in the anime, but the scene whenever Zenzo was on top and he pulls out Shigashika's head out of the bag, it shows him holding it just like this in the manga, and it was crazy, it was gruesome. You're like, holy crap, like Shiga's gone, like, because you already knew from earlier, but when he held it in front of Kamui and he held it in front of Sogo, and I was like, Jesus, and it was crazy. But the anime still did a fantastic job of still portraying that it was there. Like the first time we actually saw the beheaded head in that scene was whenever he was holding it right here like a football. And then of course he held it in front of Abuto and whatnot, and I preferred it from there on. But that one specific scene whenever he held it like that, even though the anime did a fantastic job too about censoring that, because of course showing a beheaded freaking thing on television, that's kind of hard to do, but they still did a really good job with it. But it felt like more of an impact in the manga for just that specific panel. It was like 2 seconds of the episode, but it was just a little thing. And then the next thing, man, now the anime did it good, but I felt like the manga definitely outdid this one. And that is the final attack that Kamui and Sogo threw at each other. Whenever they threw their final weapons, and their heads just tilted a little bit, dodging their attacks. The anime for me kind of made it feel like those attacks definitely had some blow-ups behind them, but it wasn't as devastating. In the manga, I felt like had they been hit with those attacks, they would have died. Because Kamui's face in the manga, he tilted like this, and you saw a whoosh, and you saw just the wind fly by. Kamui was like, whoa! Aoto looked to the side because the sword was so implanted into the wall. And just the way the manga did it was fantastic for Kamui. And then for Sogo, he looked like he was almost dead. And the fact that he barely... Soko's what was done equally. But Kamui's was the one that, man, had Kamui been hit by that, I don't even know, yo. Because it went... Phew! Kamui was inside, he was like, whoa. Just the way that, like, it didn't faze him. But he knew that attack was dangerous. Like, it went... And it was, for me, I prefer that scene in the manga, man. It was freaking beast. But overall, chapter 506... Shinobi Country, especially the end, Shogun Kayu, was done better than the anime, and it was beautiful. You know, overall this episode, chapter 504, 505, 506, animated, was absolutely fantastic. Biblical. This is for me top 3 episodes of the year. For me personally, from what I've witnessed of this year, in no order, because I don't know how to order it, I would have the final episode of Flash Season 1, Parasite Episode 18, in this episode. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I loved this episode a lot. And, you know, it's insane because, once again, like I said before, I really thought the manga was going to outdo it. For especially for 505. But man, the anime did it, guys. They went in and goat rise, son. It was, and once again, it's not because I didn't have faith in Goat Rice. It's just the way Sorachi did in the manga was just so good. But man, Sunrise, BNP went in, man. BNP went in, and I'm so happy they did because I saw a lot of you out there really enjoyed it as well. And it's really, really awesome whenever an adaptation is successful because, you know, not a lot of people read the manga. So when the anime is as good, if not in this case for me better than the manga, then it leaves us in good hands. You know, that we shall be getting more fans and more popularity because of this awesome sauce. And it was really, really good. And I loved it. Overall, this episode for me was biblical. It was awesome sauce to the max without a shadow of a doubt, ladies and gentlemen. You know, just the overall episode of itself, because I remember whenever I first went through this, it was insane. Just all the stuff that was going down, dude. I couldn't believe it. And this is the second episode, ladies and gentlemen. And when I was, oh my god, I remember when I saw Zenzo holding Shige's head, I was like, dude, this is too much. But when I saw Kamui looking down, and Sogo came out and earned their fight, I was like, yo, this is a dream match. What is Sorachi doing? We usually start off with comedy. What is going on? And then, now. Yeah, so overall, it was a biblical sauce of an episode. If you have not watched the preview, do not watch the rest of this video, because I want to talk about the preview for a bit. If you have not watched the preview, please leave the video, because I do not want to spoil you, so I'll give you 3 seconds. If you have not watched the preview, please leave the video. 3, 2, 1. Next week is my scene, man. Now, I think next week's going to be 507, 508, and I'm not sure if they're going to do 509, because this week they did 3 chapters. The thing with oh my god, dude, they're going to do Senzo versus Takatsugi. And then they're going to do the legendary 508. 508 is amazing, son. 508 is godlike, bro. I love 508. The thing about 508... Well, you'll see. You guys will see, man. It's, son, and I saw it in the preview, man. I was like, oh, that panel. So, I'm excited. It already, from the preview, I can already tell next week's going to be godlike as well, and I'm really excited for it. And I'm really, really happy that a lot of you are enjoying this arc, man. That a lot of you who are anime only are enjoying this arc, and even us manga readers, that we're just having a blast, you know, reliving these old moments, because I'm having more fun probably than I did the first time I read it, because it's just, this Goat Rise is doing such a good job. It's insane. So, guys, that's all for me today. Overall, once again, 504, 505, 506, episode 2 of the Shogun Assassination arc was a perfect adaptation of, well, almost perfect, because there was a couple things I did enjoy more, but, you know, it was godlike. It was amazing, phenomenal. They just did such a good job. And the thing is their animation's not even top tier yet. That's the sad thing, yo. The animation isn't even top tier yet. Like, what are they gonna do? So I'm scared. I'm honestly scared for what they're gonna do for my personal favorite portion of the Shogun assassination arc. But we shall get there when we get there. It won't be for quite some time, but we will get there when we get there, and it's gonna be awesome sauce. So guys, leave me your thumbs down below what you guys thought about this overall episode, and if you have read the manga. Which one did you prefer more? You know, some certain scenes. Did you overall like the anime more than the manga for this particular episode, or what was your overall thoughts for it? And for anyone out there who's anime only, which I've been seeing you guys' comments. I look forward to it every single week. A lot of your videos out there, and you guys, I love because I love seeing you guys be excited, happy, because it makes me remember how I felt whenever I was originally going through this, and it's so amazing, so awesome, and it really, really makes me happy that all of you out there are enjoying the Shogun assassination arc so far, because, well, like I said before, it's my favorite arc, and just to see other people enjoying it as much as I am, it really brings a smile to my face, man. I'm so happy that Goat Rise and BNP, they're pulling it all into this one, and they're going into like swimwear, because you can tell they really love the series, man. You can really tell. So yeah, guys, have an awesome day. Gintama for the win. We're in the like swimwear. Shogun assassination arc episode 2. Biblical sauce. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Biblical sauce. Have an awesome day. Yeah.